Hi everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. I just wanted to go over my comparison between the Ethereum market on Binance as well as Tether USDT. First, let's talk about the overall big four markets, no matter what you trade. Over the last 24 hours has been quite strong and positive, especially with Ethereum moving about 4%. Here you can see it's still strong. Everything else, Bitcoin has settled down. Litecoin's now negative. Bitcoin Cash is slightly positive, and Ethereum's still fairly strong at 1.28%. Here's my synopsis on both of these markets and what I plan to do with them as we are now moving into more Motivewave automation with Binance. A couple things that we need to highlight here. I just posted some notes here about Binance Ethereum market. Now you can find this on my blog for those on the podcast. Binance Ethereum market too volatile, still for DeFi automation. So what I'm saying here is that the Ethereum market, as I've always thought, that it's still fairly volatile. When I say that they're depending upon the coin, even though it may be performing well, it can still just suddenly have the volume that will drive up the price, dry up, and then have a negative whipsaw against you quite suddenly, and then you have a losing position on your hands, which we obviously don't want. In here, what I'm finding is for this type of market, especially if you're going to participate in this DeFi movement on Binance with automation, I think you're going to have to either. I have some utilities that will be able to generate some reports for some Word doc files that you may have seen. Those would be very useful for that. Also, what I'm finding is that hodling is a better way to do this for Ethereum and the DeFi. I've talked about it in yesterday's postings on my blog. So also, just as a highlight, even the CEO of Binance said be careful of the DeFi market. But one good thing is I just noted that DAI and Maker have been added to Binance. It's just to offer that advantage to participate on Binance. So if you are going to participate in DeFi, I would do it probably on the exchange, preferably on a decent exchange like Binance, just better for you. So what I've come across here are some entries for the USDT. So these are currently entries that I may be able to take positions on, but what I want to show you is some things you need to be very, very aware of. So we have here Chainlink as one that got flagged as a potential entry. Now, again, if you've seen my Python scripts or generate that, here on the 1 day, everything looks good. But when you break it down to a 6 hour, you can see that generally the trend is weakening for Chainlink, even though it's had a very strong run up. So you really got to be very careful on what you're analyzing with, if it's daily or hourly or even 4 hour, 6 hour versus daily data. So my scripts in Python use either daily or hourly, and this would get flagged as a potential entry. But if I did it with automation, it wouldn't it would probably be a money loser as a result. So when I go back to this list here, there's other ones like Qtum. Here's Qtum right now. This one's doing okay. This is on a daily chart. You can see some weakening here. One thing that my strategy on the Python side will look for solid up moves over an hourly basis using 5-minute data. And you can see here there's some weaknesses here, so this is not quite valid. But again, when you look at the 6 hour, it's a totally different story, but there's no strong trend showing that it'll move up. One of the things I like with Motiwaves, I can quickly move in and out of the different periods here. So if I look at the 5-minute, you can see here it's quite wild, but like, would you take a trade under those circumstances? It's really hard to say. And how would you expect automation to be able to determine you will get a higher probability of profit using something like 5-minute data versus hourly, 6 hour, or daily data, in fact? So the only other one that looks good is XLM, and obviously you can see here on the 6 hour, it's fairly stable. There's some nice moves here. Daily's looking pretty good as well. The 5 minute looks really good there. So what am I saying here is that even though that my own script may generate some signals, you have to use it only for signal generation, and then go into Motivewave and look at each one individually to see if there's still a floor in place that will keep the price stable before it takes a hit on the negative whipsaw, like you can see here with QThumb. But here with Stellar XLM, it's stayed in place. So you know that that's a good one to go with. And the thing is here, if you'd taken the trade earlier, you would have caught this nice 5 minute bar move. So I just wanted to let you know that's probably the workflow I'm going with right now. The DeFi and Ethereum is a totally different market to play with. I think that's more a hodling technique. But as I said, I have other reports that I've written that will be helpful in that, because it analyzes everything from trend, volatility to volume as well. So we'll leave it at that, and just wanted to show you all that. Okay, have a good day.